Have you often held back your tears, pretended you were fine when you were not, swallowed your truth only because you just wanted to keep things together? We live in a world that often equates vulnerability with weakness. But what if I told you that your ability to open up, your ability to feel, your ability to be seen, that is not weakness. That is your greatest strength. So, in today's episode, we are breaking this myth. We are exploring the sacred connection between vulnerability and strength and how embracing your raw, authentic self can actually become the most powerful thing you can do for yourself. Hi, my beautiful souls. Welcome to another episode of the Flight to Fulfillment podcast. I'm your host, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach and the founder of the Freedom Divas Hub. And today, we are talking about something that often goes unspoken in strong women circles: vulnerability. Because vulnerability is often perceived as weakness. The society praises hustle, society praises independence, society praises perfection. Being vulnerable feels countercultural in such societies. But there's the truth we are reclaiming today. Vulnerability is not a liability, vulnerability is a superpower. So let's dive in and explore what vulnerability really is, why so many of us fear it, and 5 powerful truths that show how vulnerability and strength are deeply and beautifully connected with each other. So, what is vulnerability? Vulnerability is often misunderstood. It is not weakness, it is not oversharing. It is not about breaking down in front of everyone or spilling your story to people who haven't earned it. Well, vulnerability is the courage to be real. Vulnerability is the courage to be you. It is a willingness to be seen, not just for your success, but also for your softness. Not just for your wins, but also for your wounds, for your hurt, for your pain, for your struggle. It's saying, I need help, I'm struggling right now, this matters to me, I don't have all the answers yet, I'm scared. Vulnerability is the raw space between your truth and someone else's judgment. And it's about you choosing to speak anyway. So, why do we fear vulnerability? So many of us, especially as women, we've been, conditioned to be the strong one, keep it all together, stay quiet, not be too emotional, and maybe a lot of us have actually grown up hearing, don't cry, don't be a baby, don't cry like a baby, toughen up, or no one likes a drama queen, stop being a drama queen. So we just armor up. We create this shield for ourselves. We hide our pain behind our smile. We suffer silently only because we want to portray ourselves as somebody who's really strong. But here's the paradox: when you suppress your vulnerability, you suppress your ability to connect, to heal, and to be your authentic self. So, these are the 5 truths I want to share with you that reveal the strength inside vulnerability. Number 1, vulnerability builds authentic connection. We connect most deeply not through perfection but through shared humanity. When you let your guard down and when you say, okay, me too, you create space for compassion and closeness. You are creating authentic connections for yourself. Think about the conversations that have touched you the most. I can guarantee you they were not flawless conversations, but they were conversations which were real, which were honest, and that hit a emotional chord within you, isn't it? Number 2, vulnerability is an act of self trust. When you express your feelings or when you speak your truth, you are actually telling yourself, okay, I trust myself to handle whatever comes next. This is me, this is how I feel, this is where I am, this is what I want, and this is what I'm going through, and I am ready for whatever is coming my way next. I trust myself, I'm going to get past this. That is strength. Not because you know what the outcome will be, but because you're anchored in your truth, regardless of the outcome. Number three, vulnerability makes you a brave leader. Because whether you're a mentor, or whether you're a mother, or whether you're a coach, or a creator, or a sibling, or a colleague, your willingness to be real creates a safety zone for others to do the same. You become an inspiration, you become an idol, you motivate others. You actually tell others that you don't have to be perfect to be powerful, you just have to be real and present to be powerful. That is the message you're giving others. Number four, vulnerability reduces shame. Vulnerability increases resilience. So shame grows in silence. If you're just like tight lipped about something, if you're not speaking something out, you're probably guilty about it. If you're feeling shame about it. But when you speak your truth out and loud, shame loses its grip. So when as they say, talk something, shout something from the rooftops, you actually own it. You own that conversation. Vulnerability shines light on your hidden pain. And that's how healing begins. When you shine that light on your pain, when you put that light on your pain, when when you switch on that torch, that is when your healing begins. So try, saying this to yourself. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to be okay. I give myself permission to feel, to heal, to cry, and to be seen. Resilience is not about pretending that you're not affected. You're not stone-hearted, are you? No human being, exists who can say that they are not affected by anything. Nobody can remain unaffected by anything. It's about getting up with honesty. It's about getting up with grace. Owning your space with grace. Number five, vulnerability sets you free. Trust me, there is a deep soul level peace that comes when you no longer have to pretend. When you no longer have to wear a mask. You can be yourself privately and publicly. Imagine, it is such a feeling of freedom. When you don't have to hide, you don't have to shrink, you don't have to edit yourself to be accepted. You expect accepted the way you are, and people love you for the way you are. Freedom comes from being fully, unapologetically you. So the next time you want to speak from your heart, but fear holds you back, pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what would it feel if I chose truth over fear? That moment is where your real power lives. So, let me ask you this. What would your life look like if you embraced your softness? If you embraced um, your emotions, your feelings, not as a flaw, but as your greatest strength? What if you stopped trying to hold it all together and you start letting yourself be the way you are, be held? Vulnerability is not about breaking down, it's about breaking open. You are allowed to break down. It's human as long as you're breaking open. So break open to deeper connections, to deeper truth, and deeper strength. Well, my dear listeners, the next time somebody tells you vulnerability is a weakness, I actually want you to smile. Smile softly and say, no. No, you are wrong. Vulnerability is my greatest strength and motion. So, thank you for spending this time today on my podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like, comment, share it with somebody who needs to hear this today. Until next time, stay fearless, stay fulfilled, and let your softness shine. Because when you dare to be real, you actually become unstoppable. So this is me, Ratika Seth, your life enhancement coach, asking you to be your authentic self, asking you to be open to embracing and accepting your vulnerable self. And I'll see you in the next podcast. Take care till then. Bye-bye.